So the first time I went to the GP, it was a young GP. I went fully loaded with my NICE guidelines because I'd been told by friends that it wasn't easy to go on HRT. And he firstly said I was too young to go on HRT, even though the guidelines state otherwise. And he then turned around and said, if you go on HRT, you will get breast cancer. I think he gave me no information, and even after I gave him the NICE guidelines and said, you don't need to do blood tests, I am of the age, I'm showing all the symptoms. He said, I'm not going to prescribe you anything, and I refuse to treat you. That was it. And he basically got up and said, there's the door. I went straight to reception at the GP's and I said what had happened. The receptionist was, I don't think she was horrified. I'd love to say she was horrified, but I don't think she was. So they said, okay, what do you want us to do? And I said, I want to see another GP now. I'm not leaving until I see another GP. I saw his colleague, who was, as soon as I walked through the door, she said, I've just spoken to my colleague who's refused to treat you, and I refuse to treat you too. After that, I left crying. I then went private. I'd gone on the waiting list for the menopause clinic in Birmingham, but that took nearly 2 years to come through, so I'd already gone private. But by that point, all GPs are linked, aren't they now? So I had to go to one in Balsall Common, and the bloke just basically said, I don't know anything about these medications. It's like, how can you be a GP with 50% of your patients as women and you know nothing about HRT? It's disgusting. It's appalling. It's not satisfactory at all, is it? They're not doing anyone a service. I'm self-employed, so if I don't work, I don't get any money. I don't get sick pay, I don't get holiday pay, and I've got 2 teenagers. So yeah, it was getting to the point. My worst symptom was just brain fog. It was just like I disappeared. It was like, yeah, couldn't put things together. And I was doing everything holistically. I do yoga, I teach yoga. So I do yoga, I even trained as a menopause yoga practitioner just to help me. You know, my diet is good, I take vitamins. But actually there's only so much you can do to help yourself. It's a hormonal imbalance, you know, your hormones are dying in front of you. You can't bring them back, you know, your estrogen won't come back by doing exercise. Yes, it will help you feel better, but it won't come back. And yeah, I think it's outrageous that GPs are allowed to just refuse to treat you because you're a woman going through menopause. It's not acceptable. I have no trust for GPs at all. It's really hard. I mean, my sister has had breast cancer, and so when the GP said that to me, it was, you know, there was no questions about what kind of breast cancer or is she alive or anything. It was, you will get breast cancer, shouted at me, kind of really quite rudely. And yeah, it's horrendous. It really is. I think they need to, one, follow the NICE guidelines, they're there for a reason, and for 2, listen and then advise. And it could be for a lot of women, they don't choose or don't need HRT at the beginning, but it should be discussed within what's available to people. Your life is changing and you can't stop your life changing. You can't stop your body changing as you get older. And you go to the GP for help and they basically refuse to help you. Because you know it's going to be a fight, you know it's going to be a battle, even to get an appointment with a GP. And then to be dismissed and basically told that, you know, your life's not worthy of our help almost. You know, menopause is nothing, get on with it, go away. You're just, you know, wasting our time kind of thing. And that then changes everything. You know, if you will never, I'll never gain my trust in GPs again, never. Even though I now, thankfully, at least can see a GP. But if you can't, go in with your nice guidelines and be ready for a fight. I think it's really sad. I think we're in a very sad place with GPs. I think you know, for them to blatantly, or so many, not all of them, there are good GPs out there, that's horrible of me to say, but for so many of them to just refuse to treat women and to fob them off with wrong diagnosis is outrageous. And equally, I mean, a GP is a general practitioner. They should know something about everything. And the menopause, it's nothing new. You know, it's been around for as long as women have been around. They should be training themselves. They should be putting themselves up there and having CPD days on menopause, and they need to go and get themselves the information that they need to treat their patients. I think why I get emotional with it is, yes, it's trauma and it will always be there, and I have no trust in a GP. But I think it's more anger. I think it's more anger at the system, that the system is wrong, and women are being failed every day, and there's no change. Ridiculous that I've still got friends who are going to GPs that are being turned away and fobbed off, or, you know, being told that they're depressed or they've got anxiety when they haven't. Yeah, here's a patch. Jog on. They're being fobbed off. They're not being given the right thing for them. There needs to be change, and the next generation shouldn't be struggling like we are.